सारी हवा दूषित हो जाए, सारा पानी दूषित हो जाए, सारे लोग दुखी हो जाए। अभी हमारे झा साहब भाषण दे रहे थे कि भाई कैसे आप स्वस्थ रहें, स्वस्थ आप रह सकते हैं, लेकिन जब हवा ही दूषित होगी, भोजन ही दूषित होगा, तो कहाँ तक आप अपने आप को स्वस्थ रख पाएंगे। आज आप किसी को भी, जब हमारे पास मशीन है उससे मैं जांच करता रहता हूँ, मैं भी चिकित्सा के क्षेत्र में हूँ कि शरीर में क्या है, तो देखता हूँ कि हैवी मेटल्स काफ़ी जमा है, काफ़ी पेस्टिसाइड जमा है शरीर में। अब जमा होंगे ही, अब ये जमा कौन कर रहा है? हम ही कर रहे हैं, आदमी लोग ही कर रहे हैं। सब्जियों पर छिड़काव, कई तरह के खतरनाक दवाइयों का छिड़काव, फलों पर छिड़काव, हर चीज़ दूषित, तो जीना मुश्किल हो गया। आज कोई भी फूड आइटम हम विश्वास के साथ नहीं खरीद पाते कि ये ठीक ही होगा। तेल खरीदो तो डर लगता है, पता नहीं इस तेल में क्या मिलावट हो। घी खरीदो तो डर लगता है, पता नहीं ये घी है या कोई और चीज़ है। तो ये जो मनोवृत्ति पैदा हो गई है लोगों में, ये मनोवृत्ति किसने पैदा की? ये इसको पैदा करने में हमारे गुरुजनों का भी बहुत योगदान है। तो जो हमारे गुरुजन यहाँ मौजूद हैं, बचपन से बच्चों में एक समझ डालें कि वो एक बड़े होकर के अच्छे नागरिक बन सकें, घूसखोर न बने, जमाखोर न बने, केवल अपने ही हित को न देखें, दूसरों के भी हित को देखना सीखें, सारे विश्व के हित को देखना सीखें। इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि आप अपने राइट्स को छोड़ दें। आदमी को अपने राइट्स के बारे में भी कॉन्शियस होना चाहिए और अपने राइट्स के बारे में जानकारी होना चाहिए और उस राइट के लिए लड़ना भी चाहिए। लेकिन किसी दूसरे के जो राइट्स बनते हैं उसमें हस्तक्षेप नहीं करना चाहिए, उसमें गड़बड़ नहीं करना चाहिए। आप अपने हक को समझें, उसके लिए लड़ें, दूसरे के हक को भी समझें और उसके हक में उसके जो राइट्स हैं उसमें इंटरफियर न करें। ऐसा एक समझ बचपन से डेवलप करने की ज़रूरत है। अभी कई बच्चों में असर्टिवनेस ट्रेनिंग वगैरह दी जाती है। क्या है असर्टिवनेस ट्रेनिंग? बच्चे अपनी बात को बोल नहीं पाते, कह नहीं पाते, अपने बात पर टिक नहीं पाते हैं और उससे उनकी पर्सनालिटी में कई तरह की दिक्कतें पैदा हो जाती हैं। तो ये है, अगर उनको बचपन से प्राइमरी स्कूल के लेवल से इस तरह की टीचिंग हो कि उनको अपने राइट्स के लिए लड़ना चाहिए, बोलना चाहिए, उस पर अडिग रहना चाहिए, दूसरों के राइट्स का भी ध्यान रखना चाहिए, तो ये अपनी बात को एक मजबूती के साथ रखने की आदत वहाँ से उनको पैदा हो जाए और वो जब बड़े होंगे तो उनमें कई तरह की विकृतियाँ जो बड़े होने पर दिखाई पड़ती हैं वो सब नहीं है। आज विश्व पर्यावरण दिवस है, प्लास्टिक के यूज पर हम लोगों को खुद को ध्यान देना पड़ेगा। बहुत सारी समस्याएं कानून से सॉल्व नहीं होती, कानून की अपनी सीमा है। कई चीज़ें हम कानून बनाते हैं तो कानून तोड़ने के उपाय लोग ढूंढ लेते हैं पहले। तो कानून तोड़ने वाले हैं वो कानून बनाने वालों से ज़्यादा इंटेलिजेंट। एक जन चेतना जब पैदा हो जाए, समाज में एक नई तरह की चेतना पैदा हो जाए तो कानून की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती। मैं ऐसा समझता हूँ कि विश्व में कम से कम कानून होने चाहिए और कानून न हो तो ज़्यादा ही ठीक है, लेकिन ऐसा होगा नहीं, कानून बनते रहेंगे और दुर्भाग्य से हमारे देश में बहुत ज़्यादा कानून बनते हैं, और जितने कानून बनते हैं, कानून लागू करने वालों को एक मौका मिल जाता है कि उस कानून के नाम पर कैसे और भ्रष्टाचार फैलाना। तो इस मनोवृत्ति से निकलने का कोई ना कोई उपाय सोचना पड़ेगा, और ये उपाय मैं जहाँ तक समझता हूँ, मेरी जो व्यक्तिगत धारणा है, वो टीचरों के हाथ में है, और ख़ास तौर पर प्राइमरी स्कूल, मिडिल स्कूल और हाई स्कूल के जो टीचर्स हैं, इनकी रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ज़्यादा है। हायर एजुकेशन में जो लोग हैं, उनकी भी अपनी रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, लेकिन उतनी नहीं है जितना ये जो प्राइमरी से और हाई स्कूल तक के टीचर्स की रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, क्योंकि वो ऐसे बीज डाल सकते हैं उस बच्चे में कि एक ऐसा पौधा वो तैयार हो जाए जिसको डिस्ट्रॉय करना मुश्किल काम हो जाए। मैं इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ अपना वक्तव्य खत्म करता हूँ और आशा करता हूँ।
Thank you very much, Dr. Pandey, for explaining the urgent need to protect our environment. You have really touched all the important points which are to be known to the representatives of the schools, colleges and the universities. Thank you. Friends, now is the time to invite the world-renowned expert on sustainable development in general and sustainable urbanization in particular, Dr. Markandeya Rai, who is a senior advisor in the United Nations Habitat Division, who has spent more than 25 years in the United Nations system, and before that he was working in many national as well as international organizations in India and abroad. May we have the proud privilege to invite Dr. Markandeya Rai. We would also like to inform you that his book, 2 books on the challenges of the 21st century in general and with specialization in peace, youth and empowerment, besides sustainable urbanization, will be released today. And the first copy of this book was presented to Mr. Eric, the Executive Director of the United Nations Environment Program, yesterday. In the evening also there is a program to present this book to the Honorable Prime Minister of India, and this will be released today by Dr. Jitendra Singh, who is reaching very soon in this hall. Dr. Rai.
Thank you, Professor Trivedi. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I think I should be very thankful to the Indian Institute of Ecology and Environment, with the chairman, Professor Priya Trivedi, and the whole faculty for organizing today the World Environment Convention on the auspicious day of World Environment Day, which the whole world is celebrating today. When I was coming on my way, I saw in cantonment area there was a big board. There is a picture competition among children, how to keep our city clean. Today we are here in the same chain when the whole world is celebrating today the World Environment Day. India is hosting in Vigyan Bhavan, and I was fortunate enough that I met with the Executive Director of UNEP, United Nations Environment Program, based in Nairobi, Kenya, Mr. Eric Solheim, who released my book. He received my first copy of my book yesterday, and we had a photograph and we had brief chat. This year, the theme of World Environment Day is beating plastic pollution. We all know how much we have damaged our environment. Plastic is one of them. I remember that 50 years before, the plastic was very minimal in use, as a negligible. We had the grimy bags, we had the cotton bags, we had other type of carrying bags, but there was no plastic. But from 8 tons, now it has become millions of tons which India is using. It is in our hands, especially the youth of this country, to see that how we can say no plastic from today. No plastic in our life from today. We know, the Indian culture, Indian philosophy know how to live in ecology. Indian Institute of Ecology and Environment is doing great service for the last 50 years in creating awareness, giving some training, and making some people responsible to see that how they can protect the environment of India, including keeping the forests, including keeping our rivers, our ponds, our water bodies clean, and our land green. But in spite of all that, in the race of development, perhaps we have gone in the wrong direction. And we have forgotten how to live in ecology with plants, trees, animals, and human beings. Situation is that all those philosophy of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam and the philosophy of keeping the peace prayer, where peace prayer was not only for the human being, not only for peaceful world for the men and women and children and the old. Peaceful world for everybody, even for insects, for water bodies, for sky, for plants, for medicinal plants, for animals, everybody, we used to pray. When we used to say, Om Deho Shanti Rukshidanti Prithvi Shanti Shanti Rapa Shanti Roshadaya, where we were talking last line is that we don't have fear from the animals. And that was the Shanti part of India, that we were knowing how to live with everybody and how to protect everybody in the interest of everybody and for sustainable development. That was the sustainable development. Live and let others live. Not only that, we have our own benefit on the cost of somebody's life. For our own taste, killing some other animals. No, this world will not sustain unless we have the feeling for everybody. Now we are fortunate that we have a very good Prime Minister, Narendra Modi ji, who is promoting clean India, clean Ganga, solar energy. Recently, he has developed an association where he is inviting many world leaders. And recently, Netherlands Prime Minister was here to sign that agreement about how to promote solar energy. I'm sure with all this, a day will come very soon when India will be green, clean, and livable. Otherwise, we are living in a very dangerous zone. Out of 15 most polluted cities in the world, 14 are in India. Delhi is one of them. Cities are becoming, the way Pandeyji mentioned, cities are becoming graveyards. We can't sustain, our lungs may sustain, but our children's lungs can't sustain this pollution for long. A time will come when we have to desert the city to run away towards Himalaya or towards small villages and towns. It will not be able to live. You may have heard about Cape Town, that there is no water there. Many cities will follow the same example, that there will be rationing of water, and maybe rationing may be 1 or 2, 3 liters will be given every week. And that day we will not be very far, when we have polluted our Jamuna, Ganga, and all big rivers. All tributaries of all the rivers have been polluted and the water is not drinkable. I am sometimes surprised that our life depends on water and air. We can live without food, but not without water, not without air. A government should take the responsibility, and government who governs means governance. There is no governance if you can't provide your citizen at least clean air and water. Two basic things which sustain life. If there is no water, there will be no life. There will be no greenery. So we have to support our government. We have to support all initiatives. And I can see that India is hosting this year World Environment Day, and Big Gamhon is the one who is preparing all these programs for last 4 or 5 days. Today is the finale. In the afternoon, Prime Minister is coming and he will launch number of program. I think this is the time when we should say that yes, we are with you. Because one person can't clean India. One person can't clean Ganges unless we start polluting everywhere. We have to see that how we can support, and then we can say, आओ हम मिलजुल के बनाएं सुखद सफल संसार. रंग जाति का भेद न हो, धर्म न हो आधार. We have to see that how we can have one India. Then we can see how we can go for Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We can promote the philosophy of Eka Sadhya Prabodha Vadanti. But first thing is that how we can give a model. The way Pandeyji mentioned, teachers. Any teaching starts from home. Father and mother are the biggest guru, and then the third position comes of the teachers. We have to take the responsibility at our home to teach our children not to litter anywhere, not to pluck leaves, not to uproot plants, and rather we should plant some trees and children should be involved, youth should be involved in that one. Youth wants engagement. Youth want to do something. It is our responsibility to see how we can motivate them and to put them in the right direction. Otherwise, we should wait for the other Arab Spring, which we can't sustain, where everywhere the youth will change the government and youth will make the revolution the way it happened from Algeria to Tunisia up to Libya and Egypt. Youth should be satisfied only saying that they are demographic dividend and youth are power, this, no, that will not help, that is only lip service. That is what my book is also describing. Youth want meaningful and significant contribution from the decision making from the beginning. That is the wastage for any country if you don't use in the development of the country and achieving the sustainable development goals. It can't be achieved unless youth are involved. So I think it is a shame that yesterday I was reading in Times of India that a doctor has removed 80 kilo of plastic from one cow's stomach. 80 kilo of plastic. That is a world record looks like. I don't know how that cow has eaten 80 kilo of plastic. But that is the situation moreover. At many places and with many cows in big cities, they are eating plastic. To see many places that they are eating plastic and garbage and some dirty things also. And we are taking milk out of that cow. We have to see that cows should not eat plastic. If you don't throw plastic, they will not get it. It is in our hands. Can we commit from today that we will not use plastic?
Yes.
Yes. Say that we will stop using plastic from today. Yes. Please at least take the responsibility, be the ambassador, be the hero, be the leader, that from today onward, you will not use plastic bags. Carry your bags when you go for shopping. I think don't litter. Even if you see any plastic, just remove it from there and put in the garbage and dustbin. That is our responsibility when we are here. That is minimum I am expecting from all of you. Only talk shop will not help. Organizing such seminars have no meaning unless we do something today when we are celebrating World Environment Day. At least we should commit something and do something clearly. Maybe I had requested Trivedi, maybe there is some program tomorrow or today to plant some trees or some flowers nearby in the Lodi garden, which is a historical garden from 10th century, and many people come to walk here. I think some of us, when we are tomorrow here, we should go and plant some trees, and at least flowers. And I think Trivedi have got maybe 2 million, 2 lakh siblings, and I think some of the siblings could be planted somewhere nearby area so that we can see that we are caring our climate. Second thing, whenever we go to any water body, we make sure that the water body is not polluted and we are not aiding to that one. I was in Kathmandu 2 weeks before, and I was really amazed to see that I went to Pokhara and there is a lake there. That lake was so clean that I said I wish I should have such lake in India. You can take the water to drink. There was no plastic piece anywhere. There was no litter, and there was no dirty thing. No tourist was throwing anything nearby. Maybe because of religious belief that there is a temple in the middle of that lake on a small island. But lake was so clean and water was so clean that I wish we should have such lake in India. And we have more youth, we have more educated youth and many enlightened people. And we have related water with our religion. We call it mothers. We can't call mother Ganga and at the same time we can spit and pollute that. It's not contradictory. We have to change our attitude. That when you call somebody as a mother, at least don't spit in that. So with these things, I think water is God in our culture. We call it mother, and water is life. And I think everybody has that energy and power to make sure that you can move on whatever you commit today. And our prayer should be, वह शक्ति हमें दो दया निधे कर्तव्य मार्ग पर बढ़ जाए, पर सेवा पर उपकार में हम ये जीवन सफल बना जाए. I think everybody has that fire. Only thing we have to remove that little bit ashes which is covering that one. And from today onward, look like that India should take the leadership when we are celebrating World Environment Day, and today we are hosting that one and whole world is watching. We should become example to show that our rivers are clean. I think in Europe the attempt is that Rhine river should be clean and people can just jump and swim there. Why not we can make the same thing with Jamuna and Ganga and other tributaries of these rivers? Can we? Yes, we can do that one. Everybody has that energy, everybody has that potential that you can take the leadership role and make sure that our rivers are not polluted. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rai, for your practical suggestions. And you rightly said, seminars come and go, and experts deliver their lectures, but in practice, nothing is done. So far, implementation is concerned, the same is very poor in our country. So we have to learn from our experiences, and whatever we discuss, we must ensure the same thing is done. For example, if we just talk of lectures and to ask everyone to protect the environment, unless and until it is mixed with job and vocation, it is very unlikely that people will take these lessons. So for this matter, we have to vocationalize our environmental careers. Not that only shouting slogans and saying that yes, we will hug the tree and nobody should cut the tree and we should protect the environment. We have to vocationalize it. How shall we convert these into courses and programs? Can we have training programs in the area of plantations or nursery development, or for that matter recycling of waste or waste management? The way we have been saying, we should have programs so that the waste of Delhi or from India, from all world, is converted into gold. We are longing for a day when garbage will be smuggled, if not stolen. जरूरत इस बात की है कि हम कचरा को कैसे सोना में उगलें